Teacher assassinated, Emmanuel Macron vows to step up government action against radical Islam. Bobigny, French President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday promised to step up the government's actions against radical Islam after Friday's attack on Samuel Paty, professor of history and geography, as the investigation focuses on messages exchanged between the assailant and a parent. It is not about making new statements, these are acts that are expected by our fellow citizens. These acts will intensify, launched the head of state in a short address to the prefecture of Bobigny, north of Paris. Since Monday, a vast police operation has been launched against the Islamist movement. The president announced that the pro-Palestinian collective Cheikh Yassine, directly involved in the attack, would be dissolved in the Council of Ministers on Wednesday. Its founder Abdelhakim Sfroui is in police custody as part of the investigation. He accompanied the father of a student in early October to demand the dismissal of Mr. Paty, who had shown caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad during a course on free speech. The parent of a student who broadcast 2 videos calling for mobilization against the teacher before the attack was also in contact with the attacker, according to a source familiar with the matter. The content of their discussions, however, was not disclosed. A few days after the videos were broadcast, Samuel Paty was beheaded in the middle of the street by an 18-year-old Chechen Russian, who was then shot dead by the police. 16 people, including 5 schoolchildren, are still in police custody as part of this anti-terrorism investigation. Decisions of this type against associations, groups of individuals, will follow in the coming days and weeks, added Emmanuel Macron. On Wednesday, the Pantin Mosque, in the northern suburbs of Paris, will be closed. Its officials are accused of sharing on their Facebook page on October 9 the video of the student's parent calling for retribution against Mr. Paty. The closure of this place of worship, frequented by some 1,300 faithful, will be effective for a period of 6 months, according to a decree. Following the assassination, the French authorities promised a war against the enemies of the Republic. 51 associations close to radical Islam are in the sights of the authorities, and some could be dissolved. Several of them were moved by this decision, like the NGO Baraka City, which announced its intention to challenge it in court, or the Collective Against Islamophobia, in France, CCIF, which denies any extremist inclination. Tributes. Social networks are also singled out in this case for allowing the wide distribution of this video. The Minister for Citizenship, Marlene Schiappa, received on Tuesday the representatives of the French branches of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, Snapchat, and TikTok. She proposed a more active cooperation between the networks and the police and the gendarmerie to fight against cyber-Islamism. Prime Minister Jean Castex has proposed to create a new offense of endangering the publication of personal data on the internet, and the Minister of the Economy, Bruno the Mayor, has for his part promised very concrete proposals to strengthen the fight against the financing of terrorism. Tributes continued on Tuesday with a minute's silence from deputies, and a white march in the evening in Conflans-Saint-Honorant, the site of the attack. On Wednesday, a national tribute will be paid to the teacher in the courtyard of the Parisian University of the Sorbonne in the presence of Emmanuel Macron. The teacher will receive the Legion of Honor posthumously, said Minister of Education Jean-Michel Blanquer, adding that a minute of silence and an educational sequence will take place at the start of the school holidays, on 2nd of November, in all establishments without exception. On Sunday, tens of thousands of people gathered across France to defend freedom of expression and say no to obscurantism,